up, everybody?
That music makes me want to just like shove shopping carts through grocery store parking lots into cars and stuff.
So we are, and we can say a little bit about this. We're not going to give details, but we are working on a new intro. That is a temporary intro.
Yeah, we're like this close to getting it started.
Yes, like this close.
That close. Like we're that close to starting it.
Maybe put your middle arm down, Bill, and put your other arm up. And nope, other arm, dummy. There you go. We're wait, or like that.
Okay, we're that close to starting it.
Yes, exactly. So,
yeah, we're not close
but that was a quick little intro because of YouTube and all their stupid drama. They were copyright striking the previous music, and yeah.
Look at that guy, beard stroking HVAC. That's a hell of a name, sir.
Dude, that is a bitchin' name.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Is that a real person?
I think it is.
Middle arm. That's a good point, William Payne. He did say middle arm.
Let's guess who we think beard stroking HVAC would be if they were an impersonator.
If they were an impersonator?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess, just judging by that little tiny circle picture, he looks more like Joe. So I'm going to say a Joe impersonator.
Okay, maybe.
Hey, what's up, Brett Pretzel? Dave G in the house, Randy Laz, Hambone, Tom Letch, Mike B. Seen we had Zach from HVAC Shop Talk was rolling around here earlier. Cyborg Sheep and his greasy hair showed up, I see. Thanks for watching, bud. Randy Ravioli, my main man Randy, he was in the house a little bit ago. He's working on something. He won't tell me what he's working on, though.
Huh.
I assume what he's doing is shoving tinfoil balls down his registers in his room to keep the alien voices out. But
Bill, you freaking kill me, bro.
I don't know. We'll have to wait for the update.
Oh.
Update from Randy.
Should we just leave Joe muted the entire show?
He'll figure it out eventually.
You think anybody in chat would tell me? You know, they're just looking like, fuck them.
Dude,
no.
Including ourselves, we all want to see your thing burned down over there. So we just like to watch you, man.
I know.
You know what? It's been so long since we've seen Joe and his famous 3D little circles.
Right.
Or his like sideways camera. I haven't seen that in a while.
You know, it might happen today because I couldn't find on my phone for some reason. You know, when it has that minutes of how long to shut off your phone?
Yeah.
I put never, you know, when it comes to streaming, you know, because I'm using my phone. Well, I didn't find it before the stream for some reason. So it might shut off after every 5 minutes again.
No, I'm pretty sure I was pissed off Joe today because we decided that we're going to go through with an iron hammer and moderate the group and like kick out half the people in our HVAC Facebook group because, you know, whatever. And Joe, that freaks him out.
All you guys, you're about to watch the hammer drop. We're kicking out everybody's getting kicked out of the group.
What do you call them? Squiggly lines, Bill?
No, if there's a B, the letter B in your name, we're fucking kicking you.
You're done. You're done, bud. You're done.
Like buy a vowel, please.
So anyways, when I posted that, then we have our little private chat. And because it's on Facebook, you can see when someone's typing, right? I swear Joe's little thing was moving for like 4 minutes. And I'm sitting here driving down the road, like looking down, it's still moving. I'm like, oh shit.
Like,
I even
refreshing.
Yeah, I even said, oh, I'm in trouble, man. Joe doesn't like it when we moderate his Facebook group. Joe likes the Facebook group to be his.
Yeah.
Except for when he asks us, like, why aren't you guys helping?
You guys never do nothing. You never do nothing. Which, by the way, we're gonna do something a little bit different here in just a little bit when we get done rambling. We're gonna go into the Facebook group and point out some particularly fun posts that people made this week. But going back to the group, we're not really kicking out everybody with the letter B in their name. What we're really going to do is just moderate it, make it a little bit tighter. Because what I found out is there's a lot of noodle name bastards in there that don't need to be there. You know, when you go in there and these people, you know, Ikmad Zimbabwe, Afuera, Muhammad, whatever the F their names are, like he's a part of 379 other groups, and his
doesn't answer the question.
Are all like flowers.
Yep.
You know, like, yeah, no.
You ever see, like, you know how to tell a troll is if you see someone that looks like a normal person, but then you click on their profile, they only have 4 pics, and then 2 of them is a dude changing an air conditioner in sandals, and you're like, okay, yeah, no, that's ISIS. You know, like leave him over there.
Or how about a pic of this? I'm not gonna say it's like this white prim and proper dude, and then all of a sudden, this guy from Nigeria with all these girls in his friends list.
Yeah.
You know I think one of the questions we should make is, are you joining in this group because you want to hop on a floating door and come to America and have one of us adopt you and make you an American citizen? If you say yes, we just boot you. You're
God.
booted.
Dude, you won.
Booted.
You won, he says.
You won. That one made me laugh.
Yep, booted.
Oh man, you know, like, and again, I hate to knock this, but I do have to say that I literally have, just because I laugh about it, and I'm gonna go to hell for saying this, but I have a folder in my Gmail inbox that says immigration requests, and I just throw those emails in there.
You got a folder dedicated for that?
Yes.
Oh man,
dedicated to immigration requests, because I get so many of them. It's kind of sad when you think about it, but I legit get people saying like, "Can I please come work for you? Can you help me get there?"
You know that that one guy that used to be on our show with us, Adam, he told me I don't know, the last time I communicated with him, when he wrote me a letter in the mail.
Was that like a month ago? Like 2 months ago?
Yeah. We're basically pen pals now, but I hear from him now and again. And in this letter that he wrote, he had mentioned that he had to block this guy that somehow got his personal phone number, and he was like messaging him through Facebook Messenger. No, I take that back. He didn't get his personal phone number. He was calling him through Messenger, and he was basically trying to get him to adopt him and bring him to the United States.
Well, and then Adam humored it, but then finally in the chat, he's like, "All right, I'm done with this guy."
He blocked him.
Okay, so this wasn't the guy we gave some money to do some creation with our banners on there.
No, not that guy.
Could be. Who knows? His
Yeah,
name is
not
Kevin
that guy.
too.
What's up, Dustin Cole?
What's up, guys? But wait a minute,
Sharp.
didn't Adam send us a little clip somewhere that what he's doing?
Oh yeah, and if I was smart, I would have that clip, Joe. But I totally don't have that clip. I got a lot of other stuff queued up, but I do not have that.
Oh man,
it wasn't. You couldn't even see Adam. You couldn't even see him, dude. It was just a
But he talked.
Cooler full of crawfish. That's all it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. You guys keep talking.
Which, by the way, you guys are all asking where Adam is. We don't really know where Adam is tonight. He's corporate. he's essentially going corporate. He's pretty much like a sellout. You remember when Metallica cut their hair? That's kind of like Adam did. You know, that's what Adam did. Like he's not going to the dark side. He's going to the smart side. You know, he's hooking up with these geniuses: Ed Janowak, Jim Bergman, Chris Hughes, Steve Rogers, a couple other guys that
Dustin
I don't really
Cole.
remember.
Yeah, Dustin was there with them.
Yeah, that's right. Dustin was there with them.
And how come Dustin can be in here but Adam can't?
That's a good point. Dustin showed up and Adam didn't even show up.
Adam's a loser.
Aren't they at the same spot?
Yeah, so he's actually doing some sort of project that I guess I'm probably not supposed to say a lot about.
No, we're not talking anything about it.
So we'll just leave that. He's off doing something with smart people.
Let's just say he's hobnobbing with freaking super smart fancy people.
Yep. He's knob hopping and they're blowing and sucking, and it's going to be a wild time, and it's all going to be on video. So make sure you guys hit him up in the Facebook group. Ask him how his knob hopping's going.
What's this here? Maybe.
Oh, this is our first serious question of the night. What is this? We're not ready for serious questions. Dripping off the evap before hitting the drain pan, causing water issues downstairs. Swap stages, issues still there.
A little refrigerant.
I was gonna say my first thought was that the primary coil stage number 1, part of the coil down to the bottom. I would venture to say that's not running properly because it's not wet enough for it to track water from the second to the first all the way down into the drain pan.
That's a good point. Hughesman says blowing or sucking must be there. Oh, that's something else. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Bill. Could be something like that. Could be restriction in one of the evap.
And he said he swapped stages. That's not going to help the issue.
You know, I remember once.
What does he mean?
Similar issue then. Yeah, sorry. I had a similar issue like that, and it was kind of like almost it was a dirty place, like a lot of oil and grease. And if you get a little oil on the coil, that could split the water. Airflow, of course.
And see, Dave G said clean the evaporator coil. But I would almost say, like, if the evaporator coil is dirty, wouldn't that keep the air from moving through there too fast? It would slow the air down and actually promote more.
I see what he's saying. Yeah, I can see what he's saying for sure. But if it's all full of oil and grease, dude, and it could just split. I remember there was, someone called me in chat. I'm pretty sure there was a company out there
What the fuck are you talking about, Randy?
Oh, that puts something that had something because they're having issues of those coils and them dropping down, not going to the pan, and they created some fucking kind of grill or something. So the water like slowed down, hit the grill, came down. I can't remember what company did that. I could have sworn they did something like that. But and they called it some stupid name, emulator or water eliminator. I don't know, but
sorry,
look what it is.
There, I'll play it real quick. Didn't mean to cut you off.
All right, now what is this that we're watching?
So this is the video that Adam sent us of why he couldn't be at the show, basically.
Oh, for today?
Yes, for today.
Yeah,
okay.
Now he's not talking, but let's let it speak for itself.
Yeah.
Getting him angry?
Actually looks really good.
No, man, that looks like a lot of work.
It's not, dude. You just rip inside. And if you want to do the claws, it's
a waste ninja status.
He must be down south, right? Having himself a crawfish broil.
Yes, so
Broil? Broil? Is it broil or boil?
Boil.
Uh,
Boil them.
Ty is like giving him a barfing face. I was gonna say one more thing. Yeah, actually, that's it. I think it's very cool. Like Bill says, staging.
You watch your mouth, David Gensola.
If it comes down to it, jump out.
It's a family show.
Jump out the low pressure or whatever. Don't run the blower. See how it freezes. If it freezes up or evenly, you can see if maybe Chrissy might see this too. Maybe or Bill, one of the runs is blocked. Who knows?
Could be.
I
VFD.
wasn't listening because I was still staring at this thing. What are you talking about? A condenser coil being plugged?
No, he's got an evaporator where the top section of the evaporator, the moisture is getting pulled right off of the coil, and it's getting thrown around down to the ductwork. Having a couple of issues from that, so it doesn't sound like the condensation isn't tracking down the evaporator coil from second stage down through first stage into the drain pan.
Got it.
And I think it's the slant ones. You know when they slant and then they go to the like you know I'm talking about.
Well, with slant or completely vertical coils, if you have top stages working and not bottom stages, when you have a dry coil, when the water drips off, it sucks right off.
Right.
That's really common. But slant is even worse. I remember on the old Carrier, the 1980s Carrier package units, the bigger ones, they had a slanted coil, and that was we got water leaking in the building. It was a dead giveaway. It's you got to stage down.
Good point, Chris. And now that you said that, I think it was Train, dude. I don't know, Bill, if you remember, if any of you guys remember, it was Train. And I think they friggin' had this kit, this bogus kit. I could be wrong. Maybe I was dreaming it, but they had this stupid kit that you could get because there were common issues. And there's something you put on top of the coil, and it looked like a grill. And they called it some fancy name.
Yeah. Lennox, their units from the early 90s, their package units, they had an evaporator coil on the positive airflow side, and then the drain pan was behind the evaporator coil. And on this package unit, if the drain pan ever like filled up even a little bit, it would blow the water right out of the drain pan into the supply duct.
Oh gosh.
On some of those, that was a very common one. That was probably units. They were Lennox units from. Next time I'm there, I'll take a clip of it, because I still have a restaurant with all of them on the roof. So, and on those ones, it was always, dude, the whole drain pan's on the positive airflow side. So, wow, it's crazy.
Hey, real quick on the fly, remember that picture I just sent in the super secret messenger group, Chris? Can you bring that up of my my brand new set of shoes?
Yes, keep talking.
So, the last couple of months, you guys, they've been really tough on me. Really tough on my feelings and my emotions. I've been struggling trying to find a better work shoe, a better quality work shoe, because my deal is I was wearing Caterpillar boots, and I almost got me some Timberland wedges from our buddy Herman Lloyd was recommending to me. A couple other guys too were recommending the Timberland Pros. I think they were wedge style boots, and I got the Caterpillar, or the Carhartt wedge style boots. Super comfortable boot, seems really good. It's like a slip resistant sole on it. I really like that boot. But what I found is like my boots, I wear a 15 wide, not bragging, whatever. I got big socks, and it's just so big and clunky, right? So I wanted to get a work shoe. So I've been buying all these different work shoes. I mean, I think this is the third or fourth pair of Keen shoes that I bought. And the first ones, like, they didn't fit right. They were too wide. Second ones, I found out I bought some hiking ones because they look cool, look durable, lots of good reviews. The soles were not slip resistant, so I was slipping all over the restaurants that I was working in. And I just got these today. These ones, guys, they might be the ones. These might be the best shoes ever so far. Sole feels really, really good. I walked around in them. Feels like I can walk right up a wall. They're that slip resistant. The only thing that I don't like, if you see that black and yellow strap that goes down by the heel and goes backwards, like that strap isn't sewn to the body of the shoe. So I feel like that could get snagged on something. But man, these shoes, they're so lightweight, dude. It's so nice. And the other thing, since I have such a wide, stupid foot, when I drive, sometimes my big giant boot gets stuck between the gas and the brake, which is obviously dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, because then I'm just smashing into school buses and homeless people. So I get a nice little narrow shoe and I can drive better. I can walk better. Oh, it's great.
Can I say one thing before we go, Chris?
Do it.
I would never wear that kind of shoe. I think it's fucking ugly.
I don't care about ugly at work.
I know, but
my work boots that I have are ugly too, and they have yellow on them, but they're the best. Shoes for crews,
like those.
The ones that I have.
And you know, Joe, I don't want to pick on you, but Joe recommended these shoes that he wears. What do they call it, Joe? The Blundstones.
Blundstones. You didn't get Blundstones. You got knockoff China.
You got knocked. They look exactly the same, but
the heel was clunkier. Nah.
They were the pull-on boots, and they're like a stretchy ankle, and they pulled on, you know, and I don't know. They're just the pull-on boots. I tried a couple different pull-on boots, Keen pull-on boots, some other brand of pull-on boots, but the pull-on boots, I don't know what it is, but they just feel clunky as F, bro. And so all that just to get to this point, my next new drama, this week's drama, is work shirts. So I'm sure you guys probably noticed in my videos, if you're watching my neckline all the time, like I'm sure most of you guys watch my videos just to stare at my neckline. But I'll wear Carhartt pocket t-shirts, right? But I wear an undershirt that's got a nice tight neck to it.
I do that.
And the reason I'm talking about this is because I saw your awesome Flintstone shirt, Joe, and it looks awesome. But
thanks, man.
I can't stand a shirt that has a loose neck. Like, look at the neck on this shirt, bro. Look at that. That is so nice and tight.
But here's my problem with tight neck shirts. I do like them, but you stretch them out when you put them over your giant head, and then they get floppy and annoying.
Oh, not these, dude. These are Pro Club shirts that I found on Amazon just through my years of shopping for shirts. These ones do not stretch out. They're like $15-20 a shirt, but they are fantabulous. So
about the shirts. Boots though, how is it that you can work without ankle protection? Because like I have to have ankle protection on my boots because I roll my ankles all the time.
I got super strong ankles.
Damn, dude. My ankles are like baseballs. They literally are round because they're
like little dainty girly ankles though.
No, because they're scar tissue. I mean, they're baseballs around my ankles because I roll them so much that they have scar tissue.
See, that's why then. Well, you know, if I had little baby horse legs like you do, I wouldn't be walking around the rooftop edges like you do. Like when you're
filming. It's funny because I was blown away. I don't know about you, Joe, but I was blown away when I met Adam and Bill because they were so much taller than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
But they're not that much taller than me. So it's still kind of crazy, but it's like, damn, you guys are tall. So how tall are you, Bill?
Taller.
Me?
How tall are you, Bill?
I'm like 6'1".
So I'm 5'10". So it's not that much of a difference. What about you, Joe?
Same as you, 5'10".
Okay.
You're 5'10", Joe?
Yeah.
You're a tiny little Canadian guy.
Yeah, you look taller.
Tiny. What the fuck?
Okay, so to address the elephant in the room, we have never met Joe. We don't know where Joe's address is. We've never talked to Joe besides this. So for new people in here right now that don't know, this is a whole funny joke. How long have we been friends?
I don't know,
use that term loosely, by the way.
Probably at least 4 years I've been friends with you guys. So if not 5.
Dave G is 6'2".
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Felicio. Joe Felicio. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Did Bill just freeze?
Point.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what happened? You froze.
I was gonna say something. Where?
Froze.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When I seen her.
Who's the tallest person here? Everybody in the chat, tell me how tall you are. I'm just curious. Handbone, 5'6", 105 pounds.
Thanks, Quest. Thanks.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, do your thing.
I was gonna say, where's Jennifer Manzo? I'm pretty sure that's
HVAC chicks, Jennifer. Yeah.
Okay, AC, which is Hughesman, right? The one that's always in their group. She's awesome. She's in the group. community.
Misfits of HVAC is what they started, that new thing.
I understand. Why don't the other opposite sex, they're like in their own thing and they just stay like, I don't know. It's like
Neil C.
I don't know what you're saying, Joe.
I think she's awesome for doing that, for being in the community and not just being, to herself. Like,
got it. Yeah.
Which, by the way, don't forget, you can check out Ryan and Jennifer tomorrow on HVAC Misfits at 9 p.m. I don't know. It's Eastern my time, so whatever time it is, wherever you are, you figure it out. You do the calculations.
It's not fashion statements, stuff like that. Like when I see pictures of, and they're just something it's almost like fashion. I don't know, looking for attention. That's with anybody. I don't know, it just drove me nuts anyways.
So I was at a job this week. I'm going to screen share real quick. I was at a job this week and I walked into the back of this restaurant. And as I'm walking into the back, okay, I'm going to zoom in on this. I'm walking into the back. I'm looking at this electrical box up here because it's new. It's a new electrical box that I've never seen before. And something stops me to look at this. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't understand. Look at what they did with the EMT.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. I know a guy that would do something like that.
Then they put up an LB for pulling wire.
That's all right.
Okay. And then down here, they took that and bent it right down and did the same thing. Okay. This is all outside where it can get rained on.
Yeah, that's why they got the clock.
But don't worry, guys. They used watertight EMT fittings. So, I mean, that way if it rains.
Well, and see, it's not going to rain upside down. So that
because they got the blue color on them. That means they're watertight. But look at the gasket.
Oh,
and why did they leave the nut on there?
Wait a minute. That's not supposed to be there.
No, it's not watertight if the nut's on the bottom. That's what the gasket's for.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Now, that's not just it. Look at the box, guys.
Sometimes you feel like a butt.
Either they installed that box upside down or
it's
an indoor. Because look at that.
It's
so when the top box fills with water,
that's definitely.
And then it goes into the conduit that's just
the drain. The drain
down here to this small box. Now, the only thing they have going for them is this is a telecom box. This isn't a power. This is for internet. But still, they literally could have come right here, and they could have just taken. If they were going to hack it like they did, they could have taken one single piece of EMT straight down right here into this back corner.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have had to do those elbows, that $30 LB right there. And
it's funny you showing that. Actually, I needed 3 of them. I'm doing this huge humidifier install, and I'm trying to take some video of it this time finally. But anyways, 2 of those boxes I needed are on back order. They are on electric supply. Yeah.
I wrapped up a walk-in job this week that has taken me I started it last week and then finished it this week, but you guys ever do these jobs? Like this is a job that we did for a customer that's an open ticket. It's not a quote or anything. It's just, we do these all the time. These walk-in jobs, they just get them done because they trust us, right? But now I got to walk this job and try to figure out how to bill it because I've just been throwing stuff at it. And I don't use POs or anything like that. So now I got to go through and I took pictures of the job and I got to sit down at my desk and like itemize, okay, that's about 10 feet.
Are you going to bring those things that you brought to our attention to the customer's attention on that electrical stuff?
I did. I told the manager. I took the manager right outside and I was like, hey, this isn't right. Like, but ain't nothing gonna get done. Yeah. Funny, this is the exact same location where I don't know, about 6 months ago, I had a package unit where the electricians ran seal tight and it was like floppy and they drilled a hole in the side of the AC and then I had to redo it all and install a disconnect switch. It's that same location. So the electrician, and the crazy thing though, the electrician they're using is one of the bigger electrical outfits, like commercial outfits in Southern California. And, but this just happens to be one of the furthest locations that they do. So I feel like they're sending the crackhead apprentice out here and just saying, just get it done, you know?
Yeah.
So,
send Johnny Bob out there.
Sorry, what were you saying, Chris, about that walk-in job?
The walk-in job that I finished up, I got to price it now because it was all an open ticket. There was no quote. So, and I don't do POs or anything. So now I got to go through and like look at what I used and come up with an inventory list. And they're good when you don't have a ticket because you just get to go to town. But then I'm not organized enough to buy things with POs so that way I can look at, I used everything. Because a lot of times, like, even if I did use POs, I pull a lot of crap out of my truck. I pull a lot of crap out of other guys' trucks. And it's like, so then you got to inventory all this crap and then bill accordingly.
Yeah. I never really heard of that. Something. Is that a huge company or something, Bill, or Chris, or like who has an open ticket? Like I never heard of something like that.
Yeah, big restaurants. I mean, so we went out there.
Yeah, we don't get that.
2 months ago, the restaurant said, well, and let's just say this, like when I get a work order, I have a not to exceed value, but I don't ever worry about not to exceed values with this customer.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
What are you talking about, Cyborg?
For me, this walk-in job where we changed 2 evaporators, ran a line set condensing unit, it's probably gonna cost them $13,000.
Yeah,
maybe 14,000.
What you're saying is like you don't have to go back and quote anything.
Nope. And they don't. They're just like, just do it. But I mean, of course, it's taken me a long time to get to this point, and it's all built on trust. So I would never ruin that trust. Like it is what it is. And sometimes they do come back and they're like, hey, how come it costs so much? And we got to break things down for them. But they still are just like, just do it. Just get it done.
Dustin, what does she like or hate about my room? I know I got some spaces I need to fill. Like right there's one, right there, that space. I'm working on it. I'm not a designer.
Thanks, Huseman.
Yeah, Mike B says the same thing for them. It's just get it going.
There. That middle one you guys can't see. That's my favorite one with my Ninja Turtles, my Beetlejuice figures, Toxic Avenger figures and whatnot. My Kmart gardening hat right there. Anyway, so I was at a 7-Eleven. Chris, I just threw a picture up in the Facebook Messenger group that we have, our super secret chat.
I should totally just open the super secret chat and scroll through it.
Right now. No, don't do that. Oh, no. Don't do that. That's stuff that I wouldn't even say in public.
That's true.
So I threw in there. There's a picture of a condensing coil, right? And I went to a 7-Eleven the other day, and it's funny. It's funny because the guy working at 7-Eleven, he also tried to join our group, and I kicked him out. No bastards. Oh, anyway. That thing right there. So kind of going to what you were saying, Joe, that has a bad condensing fan motor, but I had an NTE, which is a not to exceed amount of like $350. I didn't have enough. I had to quote a condensing fan motor for this thing. Now this condenser, I've never seen one of these before. I've seen similar ones, but not like this setup. So it's got 2 freezers running in there and a walk-in cooler. And from what I can tell, it looks like they all share the condenser. Like obviously they're all separated.
It's a common condenser.
Yeah, but it's a common condenser. And like this one, the insides just look like straight garbage. Like I don't know why it's been repiped, but it looks like it's been repiped like 3 times. Everything's just absolutely.
Well, but here's what I don't understand. So right here, I'll zoom in. They cut out the quick connects. There used to be quick connects. They cut them out. Why not just run the lines back through the same holes? Because I guarantee those quick connects are lined up with something. Like put a bushing there and run it through here. It's better than running it down through here.
And you know so the walk-in cooler was the issue that they was the issue I was there for. In the vault they call it, where all the drinks and everything are. And one of the several problems that I found there was it was low on refrigerant. I found 4 or 5 different spots where it looked like it was leaking, but again, I had $300 I could spend, so I couldn't do much. But I was like, I'm going to hook my gauges up. And then I'm like, there's no place to hook my gauges up. There's no service ports anymore. There's one service port on the suction line dryer.
Pressure controls on them, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. I've seen that before. They got the low pressure and the freaking fan cycles.
And then the only other service port I had access to was the King valve on the receiver. But there was so much leak lock on that. I'm like, I'm not going to F with that. And then, there was one on the I call it the superheat port on the evaporator, which is the one I ended up using just to dump some gas in there, just to band-aid the system for now. But I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, you start me off with a $300 NT.
Yeah, right.
Like,
$300.
What am I supposed to do with this? Seriously, like I ended up quoting essentially I'm quoting to come back and further diagnose because I don't have enough time and money to give them a big picture.
Chipmunk, what do you mean? What's going on? So what was wrong with it anyways, Bill?
Why is
I was low on gas, several leaks, bad condensing fan motor.
Got it.
am I missing something here? Why is Cyborg Sheep telling me to tell you what channel membership?
Maybe Bill he didn't know what.
I don't know, I'm not cool enough to charge people to watch me, Cyborg.
Oh, channel memberships. What you can do, I got to be fair, I don't do this, and I probably should for people that are channel members, is you can give them early exclusive access. Clyde does that.
Channel members. I thought you said challenged members.
No.
Challenge members.
So I still don't understand the context of that, but.
So I was going to say, Cyborg, you can get right in that one.
Call the FM to extend the
NTE to continue. Yeah, for me, with the restaurants we work with, we have agreements with the facilities managers that if it's a walk-in cooler, walk-in freezer, beer walk-in, or even lightly an ice machine, we got to do what we got to do to get it fixed. It doesn't matter the price. Like, and even if we have an ice machine that's like down, they'll have us put a shit ton of money into it just because of how much money they'll spend on ice in the meantime while they're ordering a new one. So
right.
And I have the field manager's phone number. Dude doesn't answer his phone ever. So I'm like, well, see ya. I'll quote it.
Look at Clive's in here too. So Clive's saying that he does it on Patreon, so that way he doesn't give YouTube or Google everything. And that's a good point. I do it Patreon too. But I need to be better. That's actually a goal of mine this year. So anybody that's watching this that are channel subscribers or members or whatever through Patreon or YouTube memberships of mine, I plan on working on helping you guys out some more too, doing cool stuff for you guys.
Never seen that before.
That's cool, Chris. Yeah, I know, me either. Like, I don't know. It's weird how
dryer.
Yeah, and it happened twice. Like, those things are rated for the you think the manufacturer is ever gonna let that happen? Like,
what are we talking about?
Ruptured filter dryers.
Ruptured filter dryers happened twice.
I wonder if they're the same brand, same size.
That's a good point. Are they OEM? Are they Sporlan? And like, manufacturers, how manufacturers
filter dryers or something,
right? They put like a friggin', I don't know, 5 to 4 to 1 safety pressure. They don't want those.
I wonder if you put a suction line dryer on a high side application, like, I don't know, are suction dryers like thinner are the walls in suction line dryers thinner than liquid line dryers?
That's a good question. And what are they rated for? Like, is it like a 410? Is it an old system that has R22? Are the filter dryers rated for 410? I don't know what's happened. Like, I don't know. Did a compressor go? Was there like welded contacts? I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen that. The only thing I've ever seen rupture on a system was the what are those called? The glass plug, the fuse plug. Or no, it's not a fuse plug, but the glass plug on a compressor. That's the only thing I've ever seen rupture.
It could be, that's a good point, Bill. They could be duds, but twice too as well. I know they must be duds. Those things are rated for, like, I don't know how much, 26, probably 100 psi, 25, 14. I don't know.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Right. They're like 5 times the 410, rating. So, like, I don't know. And where did they blow up? Michael House said, like, who knows, right?
Yeah, I wonder if somehow, I can't imagine that he magically got liquid trapped in just the dryer and there was nowhere for it to expand on the top or the bottom side.
Hey, that could happen, Bill. That's a good point. Liquid could fucking get trapped. Excuse my language. That's a good point.
How close it is to the compressor, that could be one side that's stopping it, and then the other side.
Last time I heard you say a bad word, Joe?
I know. I like that one. How about what's it called? Back check valves and liquid. Like, where, like, is there a reheat valve? Is there?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
lots of variables. Lots of variables to that question.
All right, so I got an idea. I'm going to share something with you guys. Hopefully, this doesn't screw up.
I was going to say, you want to jump in the Facebook group here?
I don't think. Yeah, we're going for it.
I agree, but
yeah.
What are we doing here, Chris?
So we're gonna do a little experiment right now. So we're in the overtime comment section right now, and we're gonna scroll down here because there's a little comment thread that I thought was hilarious. And so let's scroll on down here. Lots of great people commenting. This is overtime itself.
I thought this was the Facebook group you were talking about earlier.
That was YouTube.
I missed that part.
So let me keep going. There's a comment that we're getting to right now. Some great ones.
Rick from HVACR Survival left me a great comment in
What
my,
the hell is that?
my latest
All right,
video.
here's this one, guys. Look at this right here. So this guy just saying, if you're watching right now, I want to talk, but it says, I was going to subscribe, but the guy in the middle is an arrogant little shit. Sorry. So I went and had to watch the video because I didn't know if he was talking about me. He's fucking talking about me.
Of course he is. You're the only arrogant little shit we got on the show.
Then I comment and it said, damn, what is it about Chris you don't like? And he said, he just came off like a know-it-all and took up too much air. But I'll give it to him I'll give him one more try. So I invited him to the show. Here's the link right now. So if you're in here, man,
I got
a good laugh about that. That made me laugh, dude.
I'll bet you I'm going to whisper this so she doesn't hear me. I bet you that's my grandma.
Oh, Bill's grandma does have a problem with me too.
Yeah, because you're a know-it-all little shit.
Yep.
Ooh, I wonder why.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was an awesome comment. I got a good laugh about that. And again, I don't care if you think I'm an arrogant shit. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
watch the show,
cool.
give it a chance.
It's cool. I mean,
yeah.
Not everybody's gonna like us. Whatever.
I mean, I'm arrogant because I'm perfect. So fuck it. Gotta be arrogant, right?
Like I said in my latest video, if you can't find Chris's store, all you got to do is go into Google, type in the greatest HVACR technician ever to live. His image will pop up, and then you can link it right to his merch store, and you can go buy all of his shit.
There's gonna be like a fucking X through my name, and I'm blackballed from every supply house in the industry because I suck so bad.
Let's all band together and cancel Chris.
100%.
Cancel culture. Bill Grandma, that's awesome. Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh,
I think she likes her.
No, Jesus, I am going to talk about your comment too. I'm not going to go dig for that one, but I have it on my list right now.
Oh, what did Jesus?
Jesus just randomly commented in there, and it's way down, right? I found that one too, and I have it on my list, and it made me laugh my ass off. He says, Chris told me to Google search Bailey J.
Who's that?
And then he said, I did. My eyes burn now, or something like that. And it made me freaking laugh. Google search Bailey J.
No.
Oh, mis ojos.
No, now that I know the outro.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh man, that one made me laugh.
What is it anyways?
You know, back in the day when I actually read my comments, 'cause I just don't have time. I would love to have time to spend reading and replying to comments in my videos that I make once a year, but I often don't. But I used to get not a lot of hate, but I used to get some hate, you know, some people and they're like, who's this fucking Sasquatch looking motherfucker and this and that. And I was like, wow, bro, like just broke all my feelings, man.
So I'm not, okay. We 100%, we cannot say this person's name, but I'm just going to tease this. There's someone that I met that genuinely, the first time that I met this person, they were immediately frustrated with Bill.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even know him. Just simply thought he was an asshole. And
you guys all in the chat, you all know him too.
And idolize him.
Yep, you all know him.
Everybody that watches YouTube idolizes this person. So,
look at that.
That was the interesting one, but we're not going to share the person's name. So,
nope. I can't imagine people hating on TY Banana Man.
Yeah,
Ty's a good friend of mine.
I would maybe just try and make Chris better.
I'm going to throw this out there again. Ty, we still need to set up a date. If you want to slide up into my DMs, we'll set up a date. But I do want to set up a date where Ty gets like 30 minutes of the show just to teach fundamentals. And I also would say, Ty, you should do a podcast where you only talk about fundamentals. And
I think Ryan searched Bailey J.
Oh
man.
And then Mike B and Brett were like, for the person who hates Bill, Joe? Question mark. Oh my God.
No, not this week.
Dave G.
Not this week.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Yeah, I remember when I Googled that a while back. It fundamentally changed me.
Yeah, so there was I remember I got Yamo to Google that one, and Yamo was pissed.
Oh yeah.
He was like, what the fuck, Chris?
He got me again the other day. What was the video of? It was actually
never ever. If you guys are ever in a direct message with Yamo, never open a link.
Don't click on his links. Nope.
He was mad. The one time I got him to Google search Bailey J is nothing compared to the stuff that he posts. Like legit, I actually had to have a conversation with Yamo and say, look, dude, you can't be in this chat if you post these pictures anymore, because I open my phone in front of my kids all the time. So like I was like, dude, another chat, but like that dude posts some of the raunchiest stuff. So
yeah, Yamo, he's a spicy jalapeno.
Yeah.
Learn Tech wants to know if there's a tool that we recommend to find a short. Well, I mean, a good meter with some long test leads and some good alligator clamps, so you can ground out and tone it out trying to find your short.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, I found a short the other day by accident.
Yeah.
I had actually the walk-in cooler that I was working on that I made the video about recently. There's a spot in the video that I didn't catch, or no, there's something that I did that I didn't catch on film.
Hey, hang on one sec real quick though. I'm sorry. Valentino Vallerini, that is Jennifer's husband. Do me a favor, since you came in late, you do have an assignment because you got to catch up with the rest of the stream. Just really quick, Google Bailey J and come back to the chat after you do that, okay?
I think Valentino is just sane.
He's what?
Never mind. Remember that person who said you're an arrogant prick?
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. That does sound like something.
I'm just joking.
So, anyway, I had this in the video. If y'all watched it, there's a spot where I'm pointing out where the one of the whips coming into this like junction box with my contactors, my control box. It's missing a nut, right? So I'm talking about I got to pull these wires out, rewire it, blah blah blah. So as I was doing that, I went through and I tested everything for voltage. I used my meter, I used my Widowmaker. I had no voltage. I apparently missed one of the wires. And so I'm pulling wires through this box, pulling them all around, and all of a sudden I'm like looking away and I pull one wire through, and I'm lucky I didn't touch it, but it made that very distinct popping electrical shorting noise, just that boom. I was like, what the shit, and I just kept on doing. I'm like, well, the breaker's off now. And so I just continued with what I was doing, got everything reran, and then that's some good advice to live by right there. I'm not Googling anything that this show recommends.
You know what? There was a time the viewers dropped down. Now I know why, because you guys said about that. Go check it out. So a lot of you guys probably went to go check it out.
That clip, we got to put that in the 200th episode, and it needs to be like a starter so that everybody that we send this to like opens it and then Googles it, and then I ruin the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we should do is we'll when we come up with the 200th episode, we'll send out the link, but it'll actually be a link to Bailey J instead of our show.
Yeah,
and then
I would not be that mean. That would ruin everything.
Yeah.
So what was the short after, Bill, in that situation?
Well,
anyway?
so I shorted everything out, and then I went downstairs later, and I was like looking for the breaker, and I found the breaker, but I remember I walked past the stockroom lights, and the lights were off. And I was like, why are the lights? Oh, it's like that's the breaker of the trip. For whatever reason, the lights are powered by a circuit that goes up into the roof through the condenser.
Oh,
no idea why. I mean, it's not attached to the freezer lights because I already shut those off because they're attached to the fans, right? And those were all off. That circuit was completely off. The freezer, all the lights were off. For whatever reason, just this one area of the stock room, they must have just pulled power from this random wire that goes to the condenser.
Wow.
Did you guys see Holden Schamberger's video that he posted? There was a short or something, if I remember right, and he was posting a video. It was cool that he caught it on camera, but the induced voltage in a VFD system, like in a chiller or whatever, and he like had it off, but he had, what is it, like 90 volts to ground or something with no power. But then when he turned off the VFD, it went away. So it was the VFD like inducing the voltage or whatever into the wires. It was a trip.
Is this a new video?
I think it was, or it might have been a short or something. Keep talking. I'll try to find it.
No, I didn't see that at all. I made an effort to watch some of his videos this week. He's got some pretty good content on some of the big stuff, chillers and whatnot.
My HVAC life. Bailey J has a third nut. Okay.
Oh,
that's why I'm not searching that up.
Funny you say that, but I blocked all that out.
Before I forget, there was those poppers they could use too for those shorts, for the low voltage shorts. Those poppers, the zebras, whatever. Those are great to have, guys. Or like who said it? Handful fuses.
I ruined the internet tonight.
Yeah, just Google it, David Floyd. Google it and then blame Chris.
Yeah, he's the inner cocksucker here.
Yeah.
David Floyd, don't bother. I'm afraid to do it.
I mean, come on. You can't watch this show and be a prude. Like,
hey, you know what? We had Big Clive. Speaking of prudes, we had Big Clive on the show a couple weeks ago here, not even a couple weeks ago, but he was getting close to 1 million subscribers. I haven't checked in lately. I wonder if he's I mean, he was on the Overtime show, so he's got to have that Overtime bump, right? He's probably at what do you think, 2 million now?
I think so, at least 2.5.
2 million.
Chipmunk Clive, who else is here who would know? Cyborg maybe, or
Bailey J has a 3-amp nut popper.
Is Jason Johnson in here? I'm trying to find what video that was. I haven't seen Jason today, have we?
Not in the chat, no.
No, okay, cool. Because he might know what video I'm talking about from Holden. I'm trying to find it right now.
He did a good post in the Hvac Overtime group.
Who's that?
Jason Johnson.
Jason always does good posts.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You know, Chipmunk makes a good point there. An ideal solenoid voltage tester, like something that actually puts a load on the circuit. 2 times in my life, both of which I think I got it on film when I was doing more videos than I am now. I found what I called ghost voltage. And I think I actually talked to Clive on this, like really in depth. And I think my basic question to Clive in one of those conversations was like, what is electricity? You know, can you explain it to me right now? And but anyway, all that just to say that I eventually bought one of those little solenoid voltage testers because it actually puts a load on the circuit, so you know if it's true voltage or if it's just ghost voltage, if it's just leaking by, if you have carbon tracking or maybe a breaker that's not fully closed or a contactor that's not making good contact, you get ghost voltage.
Yeah, those are good for solid states too. They need power. Yeah, it's a good idea for sure.
That's a good point. Everything HVACR, everything HVACR. There we go. Says Holden's videos are great. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. I
agree. Wrong comment, but good idea. Test lamp there. I was trying to scroll.
Oh yeah, they have it on the. Used to have one for automotive stuff, like for DC, little test screwdriver.
Hey, good luck, Dave G.
Tom Leach has one.
Be safe out there, man.
The video, but man, it was pretty cool.
Later, Dave G.
Good to see you. Legs.
I talked to Dave G the other day. We've actually talked to each other probably once a week. It seems like now.
Who, Dave G?
Yeah.
He's a busy guy.
He works in restaurant refrigeration, just like I do. He just works at a different part of the country, and he works for a lot of the same restaurants as I do. So we kind of go back and forth talking about different things. It's pretty cool. That's one cool thing about social media. Like even before I started making content on YouTube, I started communicating with other people. Like I literally would just post on HVAC Talk, hey, anybody else work for this particular restaurant chain? And then we would all communicate back and forth across the country. Like social media has been awesome to be able to.
It is.
You know, because it's sometimes it can be intimidating or difficult to communicate like that with your company that's your competition. But if I can get someone across the country that we can tell each other whatever we want. No, doesn't matter, you know.
But you know, the best thing that I found with social media, Facebook, YouTube, like this whole general community is like, if I need somebody to help, if I need some help with something, like there's only a handful of people that I can physically go talk to. Like within my company, there's only a handful of people, but I'm looking for like the smarts, like the Chris's, the Joes, the TY Banana Mans, the Brett Pretzels of the world, you know. And like, I mean, I don't work with a lot of these people that are like that, you know, like the people who are just over and above, caring, love their job, want to be better at it. So Facebook, man, I go in there and I got like there's groups filled with the TY Banana Mans and the Bretts and the Chris's and the
Jennifer was asking what Holden's channel is. It's HVAC time.
Yeah,
so,
people put in
Holden Schamberger. Yeah, but that's why I put it in there too. So, but yeah, Holden's a good dude.
We had him on the show once. I didn't make it that episode though. I had to work.
Well,
late.
you know what the problem, like my problem is, like I had Holden on and I've talked to several other people and I'm like, hey, I want to have you on my show, like the HVACRVideos one. And then I never do it. Like I have a whole list of people that I keep saying I want to have on my show. And
we never get to it.
Nope. I always forget about it. But
I agree, Ty. He says, I'm still learning. I have a long way to go to make that list. Get out of here. We're all still learning.
Yep.
So. You know what, Ty? Back onto my little rant I stepped up to a few minutes ago. Ty, you need to have a podcast all about just the fundamentals. You know, it's because, for one, there's a lot of guys getting into the trade that would really benefit from a good, solid foundation of just fundamentals. You can talk about it till the end of time, and you're just going to have a continuous rotation of new guys coming into the trade. Boom. You know what? They're listening to your podcast. And again, like I even like to go back and study the basics, the fundamentals. So I would be listening to your podcast as well, Ty. Do it. You just got to do it, man.
Yeah. Nasty HVACR. He's talking about the HVAC talk
Hey, what's up, Don?
that I was talking about. And Ice Mice was a
yes.
person that was in there all the time. So
yeah, I don't even remember my thing in there.
You know something funny. So I follow Jeremy Smith on the Facebook groups a lot. He's in the supermarket groups and really smart dude. I used to communicate with him back on HVAC talk way back in the day. Yeah.
Jeremy Smith. Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah. Smart dude.
It's funny because he was one of the people that I looked up to, because I'd go to the HVAC talk message board and I'd ask all these questions when I was trying to figure out different things. And
hey, talk about arrogant fuck. Perfect timing, Bill, for posting that.
There you go. I just read that. It's like, wow, man.
Michael Hausch. It's hard for me to find smarter folks to hang around with, but you're here, so it's okay.
See, so he did find smarter folks to hang out with. I'm not one of them, but.
Oh, you're awesome, Michael.
No, but it is awesome that we found this whole group of people and we can all talk to each other. And because otherwise, I mean, a lot of us would, it's a struggle to be an HVAC technician, at least for me, and have friends that don't know anything about HVAC, because it's so labor and mind intensive what we do. And I'm always thinking about it, that it's hard to not be able to talk about it when I talk to a friend. So it's nice to be able to have friends that, you know, through social media, that we can all talk.
You know, what's even worse is when you talk to somebody who's in the trade, but they don't care about it as much as you do.
Yeah.
And in like, and what I mean by caring about it is, I mean, trying to get better at it, or really wanting to do things the correct way, I guess.
Yeah.
That's always hard for me.
Wait, unhide that comment.
Yeah. Hey, Don Gillis is in here. We're going to be having him on sometime soon. I know Adam's probably trying to reschedule that, because
we had to reschedule with them.
Well, because Adam just ditches, and then I was on call, so it might have only been Bill and Joe, and Joe would have had his finger in his butt, and
then I ended up working late anyway that day, and Joe
that week too.
But yeah, we definitely going to have Don on. We got a few good people that I know we're having coming on.
Yeah, we got Don lined up. We got to get Ty lined up, because Ty's got to come on here and take his half hour and just teach the fundamentals. We're just going to sit back, and I'm just going to ask real stupid questions.
Yep.
It's going to be great. Dustin Cole, we could have him on again sometime. If he can learn how to use his phone.
I got my phone back.
Oh, we got to have Nathan too. The one person we've been supposed to have on for a year and a half now. So
yeah, no kidding.
Nathan on the show.
Nathan Nipples Orr.
So I got hosed on my live stream the other night. And,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch a tree grow, by the way.
I couldn't believe what that guy did to me. And I was just in the zone, and I was reading questions, which I don't normally just read the questions without reading them. And I was just reading them, and I read this guy's question, and he said a riddle to me that was a racist riddle. And I read it, and I didn't even think anything about it. And then I didn't understand it. So I was trying to decipher it, and then I tried to answer, and then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, dude.
And you know, it wasn't even that cool, honestly. Like,
it wasn't that funny. Like to get me to say what he got me to say, it should have been hilarious, right?
Yeah.
And what it was, so this is the Overtime show, and what he said was something along the lines of, would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee, Knee, grow, right? Tree grow, knee grow. We all get it, right? But the thing is like, it's not even that funny. Like,
no, it wasn't. And it confused me, because it was so stupid. I didn't even think anything of it. And I read it out loud, and then I was like, what? And I was like, dude, for real?
I know.
What the fuck, man?
But like that guy, like he exclaimed in the comments, like, "Oh, you fell for it." No,
it's like that was a dick move, dude. I mean, like, I'm not going to be reading comments like that anymore. Like,
it was just,
you know,
I think
some people's kids are just morons.
Yeah. Or look at Clive. He said people always try to dupe you into saying racist things. Yeah, he got me. So
that's Joe's excuse too.
Oh, get out of here. I'm not racist. Speaking of
hey, look at Ted's in here. Yeah, Adam's just
speaking of racist. Look at Ted's in here.
Oh my God.
Did I say racist?
And I was gonna
wait. Did I say racist?
No. Joe was about to say something. He said, speaking of racist, and then Chris cut him off and said, look at Ted's in here.
Yeah.
You guys were completely unrelated, but it lined up perfectly.
Got it.
You guys gotta understand, some people can't answer the question because they don't know how to read like too well. Maybe they don't know how to work it. I'm just trying to soften it.
Yeah, but anyways, how uncomfortable that was that I said Ted's name at that exact time. I apologize for that, Ted. We didn't mean it like that. But anyways, Ted is in here, and we haven't seen you in a while, Ted. So that's awesome.
Wow, how nice are you, Jonathan Hughes? We thought you were dead. Anti-DIY HVAC. Wow.
Oh my
Did I miss something?
What a welcoming.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Oh, you're not dead?
Oh, great to see you.
Hey, great to see you're
man.
not dead. Wow. Did something happen, or
He's like, dang.
did Ted fall down and bust a hip and we don't know about it?
If you watch his channel, Jonathan, he's posting.
Oh man, that is hilarious. You guys crack me up.
Get Ted one of them life alert necklaces.
Oh,
Just in case.
or an Apple Watch.
Yeah, just in case.
Oh, Dustin said he kind of died in New Orleans this week.
Uh-oh, what happened?
We're gonna hear some stories.
You guys have tips on repairing? I'm not reading these out loud.
Okay, you guys
No
have
better.
tips on preparing transition joints, different
joints.
metals. Oh, like copper, aluminum. Is it worth it?
Oh, Chris, you do pretty good with that. You're talking like stainless steel and
I'm thinking, aluminum to
like
copper.
Yep.
Transition. Oh, I thought he was talking about with sheet metal or something like that. But no, but copper. Yeah, I do that all the time. It's two dissimilar metals when you're brazing, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure.
The orange
cleanliness.
Aluminum to copper.
I don't like the flux coated rods because I don't use them enough that they end up drying out. And then you go to grab them and they flake off and where a bottle of flux, when it dries out, you could just put a couple drops of water in there, stir it up, and the flux is good to go. So with the covered rods, I just don't. I mean, when you can get one, I understand the reason, but I prefer flux because then you get to flux the whole joint. But cleanliness, there's actually people out there that say that you don't need to worry about cleaning the copper, that the brazing itself is going to heat it up so much that there's no worry about it. And I'm like, I don't care what you think, clean that shit.
I've had so much better luck with brazing ever since I have made it. Like, it's not even a question. I clean it no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I even keep a little wire wheel. And I got this from, oh man, what's his name? Old school guy, big dude, used to do YouTube videos all the time. What's his name? One of the OGs.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe that people like.
Why can't I remember his name now?
Like that they're not going to clean the joints.
You guys all know what I'm talking about.
That's Furnace Man? No,
he's a big dude. Did refrigeration a little bit.
Who is this?
The Italian guy? The Italian guy?
Jim Petinato?
Really?
Jim Petinato, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So Jim Petinato, he always used one of those wire wheels on his impactor or a drill, and he would clean the copper with that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's one of my go-tos. I got a big long extension with a brass wire wheel on it, and I use that to get really, into some tight corners. I'll clean copper. Like the other day, I had a reach and cooler, and it's got those little tiny copper spun accumulators on the evaporator, right?
Yeah.
Just the two little suction lines coming out, and they leak right at that crotch all the time. And I just get my wire wheel in there, spin it around, clean it up nice and good, and I just lay on a whole stick of silver, and boom, I'm good to go.
Hey, look at soldering, like hydronics water. If you don't clean that, you're on soldering shit.
No, and the thing is that if you do get the solder to bond, it's not going to bond correctly and it's not going to flow. It's only going to be on the joint and it's not going to be inside.
Yeah.
So you got to clean that. It's got to be deburred. If you can, braze with nitrogen. I mean, it's best practice. I'm not going to say I do it every time, but it's best practice. Yeah. And especially nowadays, like I just condemned an ice machine yesterday that has a plugged up harvest valve. It's a cool vapor valve. And the reason why these vapor valves plug up is because they have a strainer before them, but it's welded in, and the strainer catches all the stuff. So you can hear the valve just whistling by because the strainer's plugged up. And it's and that just is simply because we, in installation, you can't, on these ice machines, it's almost impossible to flow with nitrogen. On the Manitowoc's, when you're brazing, you just don't, because there's too many check valves, too many valves. It's just stupid. So
you banging that AC unit? No, you're thinking of the other guy that bangs condensers out in the bushes.
The wire wheels, you find them in like hardware stores. I found them. Get the one that could fit on the impact. You guys have Harbor Freight. I'm pretty sure they have them. Or
are you having sex with my condenser, boy?
Oh shit! Yeah, let's not even. I got stories, but
Blue Monster sandpaper. Yes, I use Sand Grit. Whatever.
So do you guys use what kind of solder do you guys like to use? Like, do you have a brand preference?
No, not really.
I like the fact that Solder Weld has the round because the round, when it's just easier, and
I've never used the round.
Yeah,
it's really cool actually. It's a lot thicker though, so you get a lot further with the stick, but it's more
You ever use those little soldering rings? I've seen
those.
Know,
I remember when those first came out, I might have tried them once or twice.
Yeah, I wanted to try them. I never did though.
You know what trips me out that I still remember? Do you guys remember when Home Depot had the solderless fittings that you sweat on? They had the solder in the fittings.
Automotive too.
Yeah. So you would go to Home Depot and they would have a 90 and it looked like a press fitting because it looked like it had an O-ring, but it was solder. And you would just push it on there and you would heat it with a MAP gas torch and the solder and the flux just flowed over the pipe and you didn't even apply solder. But they look just like the press fittings.
I wonder why did those fall to the wayside?
I don't know. Just didn't.
Speaking of press fittings, you feel comfortable coil copper aluminum. Hey, that's another option. Rector seal press fittings or whatever you want to call them. There you go.
Hey, off subject, but speaking of hissing noises, so that 7-Eleven call I ran with the walk-in cooler, I remember going in there and it's got 3 evaporators and I could hear all 3 electronic expansion valves just hissing, you know, that very distinctive hissing noise that they make when they're low on charge. And when I finally got around to the point of charging it, like I said, I had to charge it from the superheat test port on one of the evaporators. So I went to the master evaporator and I was just charging it right there. It was kind of neat because I could hear the hissing noise start all the way at the evaporator at the far end. And it got quieter and quieter and went away. And then the middle one got quieter and went away. And then the last one I was working on got quieter. And then no more hissing noises. You know, obviously it's because it had actual refrigerant going to the EXVs, but it was kind of neat to see their experience.
That's pretty cool.
You guys got anything big coming up this next week that you're planned jobs or anything you know about?
I got to go to the bathroom later. That's pretty big.
I got to do a 3 exhaust fan change out. I got like stuff all this week, 3 days this week. We got crane lifts and exhaust fan change outs.
Nice. Actually, like I say, lift. We don't do too. Sorry, cut you off. We don't do too many lifts, but I got the new apprentice to do one, but I didn't fill him in. Like I said, I'm doing some video. I didn't fill him in that the train operator we used him before in the past, and we just use. I just call his cell phone earbuds.
Yeah.
I got him to prepare all the signals and get all nervous. It was going to be his first one. He just had to put the units on top of 2
and the guy hands him freaking earbuds.
Yeah. Then I said, nah, I was just joking here. He just got calm and I see at the bottom.
I think that's important. I mean, the crane signals are really, I got to be honest. I'm not an expert at crane signals, but I know the most important ones for what we do. And I'm not kidding with you. I've got crane operators that don't know them.
Yeah.
When I'm over here, you know, like this, doing this, right? Boom up, hold the load. Or boom down, hold the load. So that way he's lowering it and whatever. They'll just look at me like, what is that? And I'm like, come on.
I don't know those signals. Yes. I have an app on my phone that's like a game that you can play to learn those signals. And I got to refresh my memory all the time because I just don't use them enough.
Yeah, me either. I don't use too much.
But I would imagine if you're a crane operator.
I had a crane operator this week though.
Yeah, David.
And it's our local, like we have a budget crane. Like legit, I need to take a video of this guy and share it. I can't share it on public, but anybody that works in Southern California, especially the Inland Empire, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? We have a budget crane company. And this dude, he was lifting a load this week. And I was like, okay, I said, drop the boom. And I was telling him to drop the boom, hold the load, right? So he just drops it and keeps it down because I knew he was going to have to move it out. And he goes, are you ready to lift it right now? And I was like, no. And he goes, okay. He goes, tell me when you are, because he goes, when I start setting the boom, his hydraulics are leaking. He goes, it just keeps going down. So he's like, I only want to go down when I'm ready. And I go, you know what? I'm done using this guy. Like we used it for that one. And I said, no more. And then he told me, he goes, I'm retiring in June. He's like, my insurance is up in June. So I'm just riding this out. And I'm like,
oh yeah, sure. Let's kill some people before I retire. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. Go out with a bang.
Yeah. Ew, man. That's dangerous.
Some people's kids, man, they don't care about nothing.
Yeah. When it comes to big safety things like that, it drives me nuts. I'm telling you, it's nuts.
You guys ever had we do the light commercial stuff. So I'm sure there's some people that do the industrial and they've seen these ones, but have you guys ever seen the cranes? We had the guy pull up one time where he got out of the truck and went and stood and he has a remote control and he has a camera he was looking at the camera and the remote control dropping the load. Cool. I was blown away, dude. And then there was one time
tow trucks. Big,
me too.
Tow trucks.
That's crazy. Those are pretty cool. We don't see those that often though, but
Don C. Gillis says, yeah, he's seen it. Yeah, that's nuts. And the other thing is, he has this guy we usually get. He has 2 trucks, a bigger and a smaller. Anyways, long story short, the smaller one came. He was under. He didn't know it was gonna be that tall. He was worried, but it was fine. But it got him a little worried. It was only 300-pound units, 3 of them. So
Jason Johnson said that. Hey, maybe Jason. He's in here right now. Jason Holden has a video. I thought it was a new one where he's showing the induced voltage on I think it was a chiller or something. And I think it was like 90 volts to ground when the VFD was running with the power off or whatever. Do you know what video that was, Jason? We were trying to think of that one earlier today. I don't know if it's a new one or an old one. But anyway, so Jason was saying that he got to do 2 Train 3D scrolls this week for an IntelliPack, and they got to use a crane. Have any of you guys ever done like mall work? I've changed IntelliPack compressors on top of malls where they have shopping carts on the roof and you have to push them across.
Helicopter lifts, man.
No, we're not doing units. We're just doing equipment. So it takes you half a day to get the crap up there. Sometimes what we would do is we would go the day before and get all of our tools and everything up there and get them staged on the roof. And then we come back the next
And then
morning.
the next day it rains. And then you're like,
or we come up there and some dumbass stole our crap. Luckily that never happened, but we would stash stuff up on the roof all the time. So
hey, Cyborg, it's let me check real quick. I don't know the name of that app offhand.
Oh,
if I can find it on the fly.
Yeah, I think. Oh, let's see. Unmute that.
So David Floyd said he had a helicopter years back. 22 units, 32 exhaust fans. Pilot accidentally hit emergency release with his elbow.
Oh shit.
That's nuts. I had a mall job that I quoted. I've told this story, but years ago. I had a mall job that I quoted for this new restaurant chain, and it was going to be a helicopter lift. I'd never done a helicopter lift before, but we quoted it, and we went through all the proper channels because we're like, okay, we're pulling permits, getting the city involved. Like we went through everything. We did a lot of footwork, and the customer didn't go with our bid because we were $10,000 more. No, I think it was $5,000 more. We were $5,000 more than the other company.
Mm-hmm.
Construction crane signals.
Okay,
cool.
So we were $5,000 more than the other company, and they chose the other company. The other company did a helicopter lift in the middle of the air path of Los Angeles International Airport. Without pulling permits. Now, of course, they got FAA approved, but they didn't pull local permits, right?
Oh no!
It ended up costing that restaurant, I think they said $10,000 in fines, and then the company got fined too. And
so
it's like
go with the cheaper guy, eh?
Yep. And I would have lost my ass on that job because I didn't quote it high enough, but still, I was $5,000 higher than the other guy. So
wow.
And it was just a 2-unit helicopter change out. Like it wouldn't have been, but 10 minutes from start to finish. But
you know what I really loved was we used to do Family Dollars, and some of the Family Dollars, they would cut off the roof access hatches, and they would have 30-foot tall buildings with parapet walls. Mm-hmm. So I'd be like, well, I need a articulating man lift to get up there. And so I'd quote articulating man lift. I'd have all my tools like staged in this thing, and it would just lift me over the parapet wall, dude. It was so nice. If it was over 25 foot, I'm like, no, give me a articulating man lift. Like,
no kidding, bro.
I'm not gonna be climbing over a parapet wall trying to haul all my shit up there.
I've used a scissor lift. No, I rented a scissor lift and never even got the chance to use it because it was a job I walked away from. But I don't ever do jobs that I need scissor lifts for or anything besides my mechanical equipment lift. That's the only piece of construction equipment I use.
If I had my own business, it's probably not very efficient, costly. It's really costly and not very cost efficient is what I'm trying to say. I would buy an articulating man lift. You guys know what I'm talking about. The articulating one where it's like multi-knuckled, so I can go up, I could go over, set down on the roof, over top of the parapet wall. Yep, 4 wheels. Just roll that thing around. It'd be so much better for my back.
I on Instagram, there's a guy named HVAC Boss, and he posts pictures of cranes all the time. So he showed this video of a spider crane, and he was using it he does residential stuff. So he was using it, and was able to drive because it's on tank tracks, and it was able to drive behind the house and then lift up their equipment onto the roof. And I asked him, I'm like, dude, did you rent that or what? And he's like, no, I bought it. And I didn't know this, but HVAC boss, he has a crane. I mean, a crane business too. So like he bought it and just uses it for this. But I think, what did he tell me that thing cost? 180 grand or something. I was like, okay, never mind.
Wow.
No kidding. What an
Think of the insurance too. So
yeah, that's insurance.
And the trailer to haul that thing, because it's got to be a heavy duty trailer. You know, that's a whole.
I want to know how big this drone Jonathan used in chat. He was saying they used a drone. That's
to lift something.
What was it? Yeah, what did he lift?
Who said that?
To lift something. Jonathan Hughes.
Oh, really?
I have done 4 stories dropping a 4-ton condenser on a roof.
Huh.
Wow. I never seen that before with a drone.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I know. How much is that worth? I don't even know they have.
I don't know if I trust a drone flying around.
Are they approved? Are they approved? Or are they like?
I don't even know. They're in some areas they're doing test markets with that stuff, but
you can mount machine guns to them, so why not?
That's awesome.
What'd you have go on this week, Joe? Anything cool?
I'm just finishing up this the thing I'm videoing. 3 humidifiers on these carrier huge rooftop units. We have to dismantle them, and I'm just installing.
Are you installing April Air humidifiers?
No. They're gas powered outdoor.
Oh, I thought those things were badass, dude.
No. Well, no. Nortex outdoor units.
I'm commenting.
I got it. April Air, yeah. No, I thought the thermostats are the best, but
oh yeah. No, I thought their humidifiers were like pretty awesome and stuff, you know?
Yeah. Bypass, yeah, for sure.
Oh, inside joke.
Inside my butt.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Well, I think it's time we wrap this one up, guys. It's been a good show.
Wrap it up, bro, chachas. You know what I learned?
Wait, you had something that you wanted to talk about, I thought. Was there something we missed? You were going to do something.
Oh, we were going to scroll through the Facebook group.
Oh, I was talking about YouTube, dude. You and I were Bill and I had a 20-minute conversation about this plan, and we were not on the same page. He thought I was talking about the Facebook group. I was talking about.
Was there something else we were going to do?
No, we were. No, we were. I'm talking about the whole.
Looking at comments. Yeah. No,
you were thinking Facebook. I was talking YouTube.
Yeah, either way, it worked out good. I'm happy with it.
That was a pretty funny comment, though. So,
are we high? I don't remember. what we were talking about.
Oh, are you high?
Well. All right, I don't think so. I'll have to double check. I'm gonna go hold my hand up to the mirror and see if I can see the backside of my hand.
Wait, isn't that popping around on social media right now?
Yeah, they put a piece of paper up and
they're like, "Oh my god,
you can see the other side of this paper." It's because light. That's how light works, you dummy.
Oh
well, the world's flat.
I want my
Don't even say that, you dumbass.
Also, Joe Furioso, he wanted to come on just to say his last name. I remember that. We were supposed to let him on too. 1 minute.
Oh, Fiducioso.
Like
I bet you it's Fiducioso.
Fiducioso.
Joe, send me an email. Or give me your email address. I'll give you the link right now.
Quick.
Put your email address in the chat, dude.
Yeah, make it quick.
Yeah, because we got to go. Put your email address in the chat.
Okay, so see also.
Minky Mutu. People are thick as shit these days. That's hilarious. You know why that's hilarious? Because I went to Walmart earlier and I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, you pajama wearing fuckers are thick, bro. Holy crap.
No. Cyborg Sheep. I am not that naive right now. I'm not believing it. I'm not.
Not this time.
No, we're not doing it, Cyborg. We know you don't like to wear pants.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, dude. Throw your email in here. I'm gonna. Fiducio. I thought you wanted to come on the show and tell us.
Fiducioso.
Oh, Fiducioso. I was trying to roll an R or something. Or a
Fiducioso.
You could do it. Why not?
It's an Italian name, huh? It's not a Mexican name.
Italian is like real close to Spanish, I think. So I think they gotta.
I tend to put a Mexican spin on everything or a Spanish spin on everything because Adam makes fun of me because of how I say Portillo.
Are you one of those guys like when you talk to a Mexican or some Spanish speaking person, you say things in English but slower, like you expect them to
I'm
still
not one of those
them?
people. I speak Spanglish, my friend.
Oh, okay, good.
I know in this language barrier, I talk slower and I talk like a third person.
See, Joe says I got it. Fiducioso.
Friendly neighborhood maintenance guy. That's exactly why I will never blindly read comments ever again. So, and I had to delete everything and edit that show and everything because that irritated me. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah, he was there.
Oh, you can't post an email in the chat. It deletes. Well, then,
what the
Joe,
hell?
send me an email to hvacOvertime@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Spent 25 minutes just saying this dude's last name.
Thanks, Joe.
He's going to send me the email and I'm going to end the show.
Do it.
It's on witness protection. He knows the guy. Yeah, it sounds like it. He could be another one.
Gmail.
What's y'all's email? Come on. Then he has an Italian name, Fidelicioso, and then he has y'all's in his message. Oh
Hey,
my
y'all.
God. What's this world coming to? Anyways, sorry. That's my
Joe,
rant.
you don't deal with any of the French crap. You're not that close to Quebec, are you?
No.
Yeah. You're like at the other
Oh,
end of the
good
country,
point,
aren't you?
Yeah.
Imagine Joe. He's got to learn French now.
So you guys are just a bunch of white rednecks in your part of the country? And then you have the sophisticated types in Quebec?
Not sophisticated. Are you kidding me?
You're even, dude, he's even racist to his own people.
Yep.
You're a
His
dumbass.
own people. His own people. What's the email again?
Redneck Italian. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Is this guy asking us what the email is again is?
I just posted it.
It's like,
It's in the
I
chat.
don't know. It's 9 comments about that.
Overtime@gmail.com. Pretty
Right
easy.
there. Good God.
Well, that's awesome. Video. You know, I didn't want to say it anymore.
Hey,
I don't
you know
even
what,
wanna say
William
it
Payne?
now.
100%, dude. No matter where you are from, everybody farts.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Everybody
true.
poops too.
I could triangulate.
Hashtag bum dumpling.
Joe Fiducioso is drunk.
Jesus, I'm also.
I'm
He
drunk.
says he's also racist towards his own people. So he's
Here we
on.
go. He just emailed me.
I'm racist towards my own people too. You know
He
what,
said he's
Jesus
drunk.
Fish?
He's on
I'm
his
just going to
own.
assume that Jesus Fish is a Mexican. I'm just going to assume that.
Maybe.
And it's funny. I know a lot of Mexicans that are racist against Mexicans.
House project update.
Hilarious.
I have yet to make a decision on equipment. Currently, right now, I am reading a manual for root equipment. Not saying I'm
Ugh,
deciding on that. I'm just reading
boring.
manuals and installation stuff. So,
Hashtag bum dumpling.
Jesus.
You know what a bum dumpling is, Minky Mutu. Don't pretend like you don't know what bum dumplings are.
Al Anonymous. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That is
Jesus
true.
Not everybody.
Tapia says he is Mexican.
I knew it.
No.
I knew it.
Did you think his name was Jesus, Bill?
Jesus
Wow.
Tapia. ¿De dónde es usted, Jesus?
Yeah, that's right. Bill, what Bill doesn't tell people is that he actually works on his Spanish very
Sí.
often.
Tengo un clase de español todas las semanas, el miércoles.
This is like, can you guys imagine
No,
that Bill
martes,
gets
el
dressed
martes.
up in like an outfit
Put
that
my
has
sombrero on,
doilies at the bottom,
my
and then he
gorro.
goes out in the garden and works in the garden, and then he learns Spanish. And all right, here we
Mhm.
go. Joe. So how do you say your last name?
I can't hear him.
All right. Joe.
Yes.
Fiducioso.
I told you.
Fiducioso.
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 Deducioso.
Fiducioso.
Hey.
Boom.
Paisano.
Paisano. Sorry for butchering your name. I know.
Nah, we got to stick together.
Okay.
He's
okay.
racist towards
I
you.
got you.
I'm not
Yeah,
racist, so fuck
No,
that
Joe's
shit.
racist towards the other
Yeah.
Joe. Our Joe's racist towards you.
Joe doesn't
Hey,
like other Joes.
Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
That's
Our
true. I
Joe
don't like a lot of white
is
people.
super racist. Like, super
Joe,
racist.
these guys are the ones saying they're gonna block overtime people from coming in from friggin' Bangladesh.
Noodle name people. People
It's
with
not
noodle
racist
names.
if they're computer hackers from.
We don't know they're computer hackers just because they don't answer the questions. They're not computer
Nah, man. I'm an OG, man. You ain't got block shit.
Oh, I know.
It's not racist if they're
No,
from.
not you. We're joking. That's a whole inside joke we're talking about.
Joe, before you leave, what are you drunk on? What were you drinking?
All right, look, check it. Let me see.
Yeah.
Can I?
Before you wreck it.
Oh,
Now what happened? Where'd he go? There he is.
Oh, there you go.
That good. 93 proof rum.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not a rum person, man. I'm a
Oh,
whiskey.
and I got my tree too. So we're in Colorado. We represent.
I
you
wish.
There you go. There
I
you
wish
go.
I was drunk right now.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, we're
Thanks
gonna
for
wrap this
coming,
up.
dude.
All right, Joe.
Have a good one.
So
We'll see you later, man. All right.
Well, I'm glad we got that taken care
From
of.
Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah, from the Eagles. Yeah.
Jason Johnson, he's an Eagles fan. Well, that's a wrap.
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh man.
One day we should have Jesus Fish come on here so I can practice Spanish, because Yamo doesn't come on here anymore and practice Spanish.
No,
What do you think Jesus Fish looks like?
Creo que Jesus Fish es muy gordo. Bastante gordo, con una cabeza bastante grande. Quizás tiene una barba.
No barba. He looks like a Steve Urkel Spanish version.
Sí, flaco, muy flaco.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, it's just a mystery. Like, it's just going to stay a mystery. It's going to be one of those things you always wonder. And then some serial killer is going to walk up to you one day and tap you on the back, and you're going to be like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Jesus Fish," and then he's going to stab you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stab you with a churro.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to end this. It was a good show. We don't have an outro, so peace.
Later, guys.
See you guys.